Hello students, I am VLN Swarupini, lecturer in biochemistry from Sri Venkateswara College of Arts and Sciences, which is affiliated to Adikavinamaya University. Now I would like to discuss about third BSc Biochemistry, fifth semester, fifth paper, that is Physiology, Clinical Biochemistry and Immunology. From this topic we are seeing about unit 3 topics. Now let's see about recommended dietary allowance RDA for pregnant and lactating women. Okay, so during the pregnancy and lactation period of a woman, she requires more energy, and their diet plan will be little different from normal woman. Okay, so and this particular diet during the gestation period and lactation, it will be different from one period to other. If you take during early months of the pregnancy, then diet will depend on the different health conditions. Okay, so due to few conditions like nausea and vomiting, they will not eat properly and they'll have very less appetite. Okay, and in the further months they'll take proper food, and they now let's see their energy requirement and recommended dietary allowance. That means per day how much of nutrients they should take. Let's see. Okay, even though pregnancy and lactation are more physiological processes, they increase the nutritional requirements of the mother. Okay, due to nausea, vomiting and loss of appetite in early months of the pregnancy, the food intake is generally reduced. Okay, even though these are physiological processes, they require increased nutritional requirements. They require more nutrition, and also in the early stages they'll have nausea. That means feeling of vomiting and vomiting sensation, and also vomitings will be common in few of the pregnant women, and they'll also lose appetite. That means they will not feel hunger, and they take very less food intake. Okay, further additional nutrients are required for the growth of the fetus. A newborn baby weight of 3.2 kg at birth will contain about 500 grams of proteins, 30 grams of calcium and 0.4 grams of iron, and varying quantities of vitamins. This amount has to be supplied by the mother during whole of pregnancy. Okay, so here in the next months of the pregnant woman, she should provide all the nutrients to the new growing fetus. Okay, so that's why she should take additional nutrients, and these are required for the growth of the fetus. And if you take a newborn baby of weight 3.2 kg at birth, this 3.2 kg of the baby will contain 30 grams of calcium, 500 grams of proteins and 0.4 grams of iron, and remaining weight will be of different types of vitamins. Okay, and this amount has to be supplied by the mother during whole of the pregnancy. Okay, so during all the pregnancy period, mother should provide the growing fetus with all these components like proteins, calcium, iron, vitamins, and all should be provided from mother only. And the increased nutritional requirements during lactation are due to the milk secreted by mother for feeding the baby. Okay, so and also they require nutrition requirements for feeding the baby also, not only for the growth and delivery, but also for the lactation during the early stage of the baby's growth also require lactation. Okay, not only for baby growth inside the mother, also after delivery, for initial stages of feeding, mother should feed through lactation process. Okay, so for all the pregnancy period and for the lactation period, let's see the recommended dietary allowance. That means daily allowance required by the mother to withstand the baby's growth and also for the lactation of the baby. Okay, these recommended dietary allowances or daily allowance represents the quantities of the nutrients to be provided in the diet daily for maintaining good health and physical efficiency of the body. So this is the amount of nutrients should be taken through diet for maintaining good health and physical efficiency of the body. Okay, and this must be remembered that RDA is not the minimum amount to just meet the body needs, but allowance is given for a safe margin. Okay, so here RDA is influenced by few factors. Let's see them. So before going into the topic RDA for pregnant woman and lactating mother, first let's see what factors will influence this RDA. Obviously, gender, sex of a person will influence RDA. Here RDA for men is 20% higher than that for women. Okay, so RDA in men is higher compared to women, and iron is exception as the requirement is greater in menstruating women. That means a woman who is undergoing menstrual cycle, she require iron in higher quantities when compared to the men. Okay, and additional requirement of 20 to 30% above the normal are needed for pregnant women and for lactating women. Okay, so if you compare RDA values for men and menstruating women and for pregnant and lactating women, so normal men will have 20% higher when compared to normal women. This is about RDA. Coming to iron values, menstruating women need greater than men, and also pregnant and lactating women require around 20 to 30% above the normal level. Okay, and age will also influence this particular RDA. In general, the nutrient requirements is much higher in the growing age. For instance, the protein requirement for a growing children is about 2 grams per kg of body weight per day compared to 1 gram per kg body weight per day for adults. Okay, if you take protein as an example for growing children, child 2 grams per kg of body weight per day compared to 1 gram by kg body weight per day for adults. Okay, now let's see nutritional requirements during pregnancy. Okay, so first, calorie requirement. How many calories does a pregnant woman require? Okay, and also as said earlier, this nutritional requirements during different stages of the pregnancy will vary. That means there will be trimesters. Okay, so during one trimester, nutritional requirements will be different but other trimester. So let's see about this calorie requirement. Total calories cost of supplying and maintaining the fetus has been estimated to be approximately 40,000 calories. Okay, so 40,000 calories should be supplied for the maintaining the fetus. Okay, since the greater part of calories will be required mostly during second and third trimesters. Okay, so calories were mostly required by the second and third trimesters, and the additional workout as 200 calories per day. That means to the normal calories required by that woman, she required additionally more 200 calories more per day. Okay, and also apart from the normal recommendations, our Indian Council for Medical Research ICMR gave RDA values for each and every nutrients. Okay, so regarding this calories, ICMR recommended 300 calories per day for a pregnant woman, additional to the normal calories. In addition, she required 300 calories per day. And coming to the reasons of the additional requirement, here increased energy requirements for the growth and development of the fetus, placenta, and reproductive organs like uterus and mammary glands. So during pregnancy, growth of fetus and development is very essential. Okay, and also here growth and development of placenta is also very essential. Why? Because this is the tube connecting, this is the thread like tube connecting mother with the fetus. All the nutrients will be passed with this placenta. So growth of this placenta is also very essential. And reproductive organs like uterus, health and growth of uterus is also very essential. And mammary glands growth during the pregnancy will lead to proper lactation immediately after delivery of the baby. So all these factors collectively will help in the proper growth and development and also proper delivery of the fetus. So for all these aspects, it requires increased energy, and it requires more calories. So BMR of the pregnant woman will be increased up to 25%. That's why this calories should be additionally given. And enhance the needs for increased hemopoiesis in mother. Here hemopoiesis, that means this is the process by which blood will be synthesized, blood cells. So all the cells which are related to this growth and development will be hemopoised. That means by hemopoiesis process, all the cells will be differentiated from the stem cells. Okay, so for this process also it requires more amount of calories. Okay, excuse me. And also increased muscular work in carrying the rising weight of the fetus during each movement and activity. However, restriction of physical work in third trimester may somewhat reduce this additional calorie need. Okay, so carrying this baby bump, Okay, carrying this fetus by day it will also require calories, and during the third trimester physical activities or any work can be uh, if that pregnant woman is not doing any physical works, then she may not require the additional calories. Okay, so this is about calories. Next, let's see about protein requirement. Okay, this available evidences indicates about 9-10 grams of proteins are deposited in the fetus and maternal tissues during the pregnancy period. So what happens here? Around 910 grams of proteins will be deposited in fetus and maternal tissues during the period of pregnancy. That means proteins are around 9-10 grams. Okay, and the average daily increment is estimated to be about 5 grams as tissue proteins during the last 6 months of the pregnancy. Okay, and this work out to 10 grams of additional protein in terms of dietary protein, and net protein utilization and PU 50 will be finally decided. That means in the last 6 months of pregnancy this protein requirement is high. For every tissue development it requires 5 grams. Okay, and additional protein content of 10 grams is required, and total net protein utilization is 50. Okay, so recommendation of ICMR is 10 grams per day. That means a pregnant woman should take 10 grams of protein per day. Okay, and what are the reasons for this additional requirement of protein? Means for synthesis of hemoglobin, for synthesis of plasma proteins in the blood, and also formation of tissue proteins in growing tissues of fetus and in maternal reproductive organs. For all these factors additional proteins are required. Okay, and iron requirement, it has been estimated that approximately 540 milligrams of iron are found in the fetus and maternal tissues. So about 2 to 3 milligrams of iron per day during last 6 months of pregnancy is required. Okay, so per day 2 to 3 milligrams of iron per day is required. If you see any pregnant woman, definitely every pregnant woman will be prescribed with iron tablets. Okay, to facilitate this, iron tablets were prescribed for pregnant women. Okay, and this iron will be utilized only to an extent of 20% in pregnant women, and the extra dietary iron requirement will be approximated as 15 mg per day. Okay, and ICMR recommendation is 10 milligrams per day. Okay, so 10 milligrams should be taken per day by the pregnant woman. Okay, and apart from that calcium, phosphorus and vitamin D requirement is also essential, and it has been estimated that about 30 grams of calcium is deposited in fetus and during pregnancy, and approximately 150 milligrams of extra calcium during last 6 months of pregnancy should be taken, and dietary calcium is utilized to the extent of about 25% in pregnancy, and additional requirements would be 500 mg in terms of dietary calcium. Okay, and ICMR recommendation is 500 to 600 mg per day. 500 to 600 mg per day. This is regarding calcium. And reason for the extra allowance is to provide minerals for the growing fetal bones for calcification, mineralization of the bone. For mineralization purpose of the bone, they require they require this calcium. Okay, and in additional requirement is not, if this additional requirement is not provided, net maternal bones may get decalcified to supply the minerals to the fetus and osteomalacia may result. Okay, that's why calcium should be provided, or else the calcium present will be decalcified. Okay, and the next vitamin is vitamin A requirement. So here quantity of vitamin A found in liver of infant is about 5400 to 7200 μg. Here it is micrograms. Okay, μg of retinol, and this works out to about 25 to 35 μg additional retinol per day should be required. Okay, and daily requirement is around 750 μg for a normal woman. Okay, and ICMR recommendation regarding this vitamin A is there is no proper recommendation for vitamin A in the ICMR RDA values for the pregnant woman. Okay, and coming to vitamin K, it should be provided in the last trimester, that means from the 7th month of the pregnant lady, and as a protection against excessive bleeding during delivery, and also to build up body and it stores vitamin K in the fetus. Okay, during dark green leafy vegetables should be taken in the diet for vitamin K, and water soluble B vitamins like thiamine, riboflavin, nicotinic acid should be also taken in very small quantities. Okay, small quantities of these vitamins like thiamine, riboflavin, nicotinic acid present in the tissue of newborn infants. Okay, the extra calorie allowance is 300 calorie per day for pregnant women. Needs an increase in the requirements of these vitamins as they act as coenzymes. Okay, and ICMR recommendations, if you see, 0.2 mg thiamine, 0.2 mg riboflavin, and 2.0 mg nicotinic acid per day. Okay, and the remaining vitamins, folic acid, vitamin B12 and vitamin C, let's see. Small amounts of these vitamins are present in the tissues of newborn infants. Okay, these quantities are very less in the fetus tissues. Okay, let's see ICMR recommendations. Free folic acid should be taken around 50 to 200 μg, vitamin B12 for 0.5 μg, and vitamin C around 500 mg. Okay, so these are the ICMR recommendations for folic acid, cyanocobalamin, vitamin B12 and vitamin C. And reasons for the additional requirements, let's see. Increased folic acid and vitamin B12 are needed for the helping in nucleic acid synthesis in proliferating tissue cells and maturing red blood cells both in mother and fetus. Okay, so these cyanocobalamin is required by the body in the maturing of red blood cells. Okay, so not only in the fetus, also for the mother. So that's why increased folic acid and vitamin B12, that is cyanocobalamin, are needed for nucleic acid synthesis and development of the tissue cells and for the maturing red blood cells. Okay, and enhanced need for vitamin C is due to increased synthesis of collagen in growing tissues. This vitamin C is required for synthesis of collagen in growing tissues. Okay, so far we discussed about nutritional requirements. Okay, recommended dietary allowance for pregnant women. Now let's see this RDA for lactating women. Okay, nutrient requirements in lactation. This milk output vary in lactating mother. Here World Health Organization expert committee assumed the average output to be 850 ml per day. That means a lactating mother should produce 850 ml of milk per day to feed the baby. Okay, this recommendation was given by World Health Organization expert committee, while our ICMR expert group assumed an output of 600 ml per day. So here around 250 ml is difference to the WHO recommendation and ICMR recommendation. Okay, and nutrients contained in 600 ml of milk are given below. Let's see. So we are seeing according to ICMR, not to the World Health Organization. According to ICMR, 600 ml of milk. What are the nutrients in that 600 ml of milk should be? Let's see. Firstly, we'll see about calorie requirement. Calorie requirement. So it has been estimated that the efficiency of conversion of dietary calories to human milk calories is only 60%. So this calorie, if you see this calorie requirement, it has been estimated that efficiency of conversion of dietary calories to human milk calories is only 60% on this basis. Production of 420 milk calories will be needed, 700 calories of diet. Okay, 700 diet calories approximately. That means in the milk production, it requires 60% of the dietary calories will be converted to human milk calories. Okay, and here for 420 milk calories production, it requires 700 diet calories. That means if we take 700 calories of diet, it leads to production of 420 milk calories. Okay, and ICMR recommendation is 700 calories in diet should be taken for lactation process. And reasons for the requirement is required in lactating mother to synthesize and provide milk constituents. This additional requirement in lactating mother for synthesize and provide milk constituents. Okay, and also for energy required for milk secretion, a part of extra calories, not only for production and also for the secretion of milk also these additional calories were required. Okay, for milk secretion, a part of extra calories however may be met for the fats deposited during pregnancy. Okay, and now let's see about protein requirement. Proteins requirement. Average net protein utilization of the diets consumed in India is about 50. Okay, for the production of 7.2 grams of milk proteins, about 14.4 grams of additional dietary proteins will be required. Okay, so additional 14.4 grams of dietary proteins will be required. Okay, 20 grams of proteins per day should be taken by a lactating mother, which is recommended by ICMR. And reasons for extra allowance of this proteins is for supply of amino acids for synthesis of milk protein. Here milk protein is casein. For development of casein, it requires several amino acids, and this will be provided by the additional allowance given by proteins. Okay, and also for maintaining secreting mammary glands for synthesis of protein hormones required for lactation. Okay, secreting mammary gland should be provided with some protein hormones for the lactation process. For this also this additional requirement is needed. And calcium. Here quantity of calcium present in 60 ml of human milk is 205 mg. Okay, so in this 600 ml 205 mg itself is a calcium. Since the retention of dietary calcium is in lactating women is about 30%, and the additional dietary calcium requirement will be approximately 700 mg per day, and ICMR's recommendation is 500 to 600 mg per day. Okay, and the next one is iron requirement. Iron content of 600 ml of milk is 0.75 mg. Okay, for milk production it requires 0.75 milligrams of iron. Since only approximately 20% of the dietary iron is retained in lactating women, it will be essential to provide about 3.6 mg of extra iron, and ICMR's recommendation is not it doesn't give any special recommendation of iron for lactating women. Okay, and the next one is vitamin A. Vitamin A. Coming to this vitamin A requirement, quantity of vitamin A present in 600 ml of human milk is 300 μg. Okay, it is 300 μg, and ICMR recommended an additional allowance of 400 μg of vitamin A for lactation purpose. Okay, and now let's see about water insoluble B vitamin. Sorry, it is water soluble B vitamins, thiamine, riboflavin and nicotinic acid. So coming to these three, additional calorie requirement during lactation are 700 calories per day, and the extra recommendation of B1, B2 and nicotinic acid to meet the needs of extra calories will be B1 is 0.3 mg per day, B2 is 0.4 mg per day and nicotinic acid is 4.6 mg per day. But ICMR recommendations are again different. Vitamin B1 is 0.4 mg per day and vitamin B2 is 0.4 mg per day and nicotinic acid is 5 mg per day. So these are the specific recommendations by ICMR for lactating women regarding this vitamin B1, vitamin B2 and nicotinic acid. And next, folic acid, vitamin B12 and vitamin C. If you take these quantities present in 60 ml of human milk, folic acid is present as 6 μg and ICMR recommendations for this extra daily allowance of folic acid is 50 μg, and in human milk vitamin B12 quantity is 0.14 μg and ICMR recommendation is 0.5 μg, And for vitamin C, quantity present in 60 ml of human milk is 15 to 30 mg, and ICMR recommendation is 30 mg. Okay, this is about lactating mothers RDA values, recommended dietary allowance values. Okay, so if you see this RDA for pregnant women, major factors affecting RDA are gender and age. Okay, and coming to calories, now let's see only the ICMR recommendations. Okay, for pregnant women, per day 300 calories should be taken by the woman. Okay, and during second and third trimesters, this calories should be taken in high quantities. Okay, and coming to protein, ICMR recommendation is 10 grams per day. Okay, 10 grams per day of protein should be taken by pregnant women. Okay, and coming to iron, iron is very essential for the development for the fetus and mother also. Okay, so ICMR recommendation is 10 mg, 10 milligrams per day. Okay, 10 milligrams per day should be taken by the pregnant woman. And coming to calcium, ICMR recommendation is 600 mg per day. Okay, because this calcium is very essential for the development of bones in the fetus. Okay, but if it is not provided, what will happen? Decalcification of mother bones will be occurred, and calcium will be provided to the fetus, producing osteomalacia. Okay, and vitamin, if you say about vitamin A, ICMR dietary allowance is not exactly given for this vitamin A. Normally 750 mg per day is required. And vitamin K, if you see, this is very essential during the pregnancy, because this vitamin K will is a blood clotting factor. Okay, so excessive bleeding will be prevented using this vitamin K, and this is taken through dark green leafy vegetables. And water soluble B vitamins like thiamine, riboflavin and nicotinic acid. If you see these, this ICMR recommendations, thiamine should be taken 0.2 mg per day, and riboflavin should be taken as 0.2 mg per day, and nicotinic acid should be taken as 2.0 mg per day by the pregnant woman. Okay, and next one is folic acid. Folic acid, vitamin B12 and vitamin C. So ICMR recommendations are like this. Folic acid should be taken between 500 to 50 to 200 mg per day, and vitamin B12 0.5 mg per day, and vitamin C is 50 mg per day. Okay, and now let's see about lactating mother. Okay, lactating mother, dietary allowance in lactating mother. So calories should be taken by lactating mother per day is 700 calories. Okay, a lactating mother should take 700 calories per day. Okay, and proteins, 20 grams of protein should be taken by lactating mother per day. And also coming to calcium, it should be taken around 500 to 600 mg per day. And coming to iron, this iron is not exactly recommended by ICMR, but generally it should be taken as 3.6 mg of extra iron should be taken. Okay. And coming to vitamin A requirement, it is around 400 mg of vitamin A should be intaken by the lactating mother. And next, water soluble B vitamins like thiamine B1, riboflavin B2 and nicotinic acid. Let's see the ICMR recommendations. B1 should be taken 0.4 mg per day. B2 should be taken 0.4 mg per day. Nicotinic acid should be taken 5 mg per day. Okay. And other vitamins like folic acid, vitamin B12 and vitamin C, ICMR recommendations are folic acid should be taken 50 mg per day, vitamin B12 for 0.5 mg per day, and vitamin C should be taken 30 mg per day. So these are the ICMR recommendations for pregnant women and lactating women for proper growth and development of the offspring. Okay. So these are the additional requirements apart from the daily taken dietary nutrients. Okay. So this is about the topic, and if you have any doubts, please contact me, and while listening to the class, please keep the material provided for you with you, and also note down the important points and write running notes during listening to the class. And if you have any doubts, once again view this once again see the video. Thank you, students. Have a happy learning, and always stay safe. Thank you, students.